Good morning, Millennial Morticians. Happy Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining us today for another episode of this incredible podcast. I know you could have chosen to be anywhere today, but you decided to be with us, and for that, I am grateful. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank the sponsors of today's video, Viveo Memorial Live Streaming. If you need live streaming simplified and redefined, check them out at viveo.org. Again, check them out at viveo.org. Well, I hope you guys are ready to jump into today's episode. I'm excited to share. I have a lot of exciting things to talk about today, and I think it's going to help you get through your week and whatever challenges that you, your funeral home staff, or you maybe even as a up-and-coming mortuary student may be facing. The title of today's episode is Peace Be Still. Peace Be Still. With everything that's going on in life, in the world, in our day-to-day, it's hard to find common time just to have a moment of silence or a time just to clear your mind or just to have a time where nothing's going on that's stressing you out or maybe even distracting you. It's important to have that bit of peace and that composure in your life to get you through the day-to-day things that are going on, to get you where you need to go, or even to get you to work with a family that might be going through a traumatic death or a traumatic experience. What I found is in our industry and with the people around us is we have a really tough time finding our own peace and being able to live in that. I feel like every time you talk to a funeral director and embalmer, the first thing we tell you is, "Hey, how are you doing?" And we list all the things that we have going on in that day or all the things that are going on in our lives in that one moment. Instead of looking past the moment and saying, "Look, I'm just need a bit of peace in my life. I just need a time in my life where nothing's stressing me out, where nothing's going on." And that's not to say that things won't come up in life, and that things won't happen in life. But finding peace as a funeral director, as a bomber, as a funeral home owner, it's really hard to do. It's hard to do because we spend our entire careers, and some of us even our entire lives, trying to give people the peace they need to get through their day in their most difficult time. And to be honest with you, that's what we were trained for. That mortuary school built us to do and to be strong critical thinkers, to be able to work with families, to be able to work on bodies, to be able to treat our community and heal our community with the best of our ability. But I encourage and I applaud those of you, the next generation of morticians that are going out there and you want a way to bring peace into our industry, into what we do. That's why I think there's a beautiful thing that's going on in funeral service technology and innovation and all the things that are happening and all the new tech that we're seeing. In a way, yes, it's serving families, and that's our main priority always and our main goal. But secondarily, a beautiful thing that it's doing is allowing funeral directors to get some peace in their day-to-day business, some peace in their life that maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago, we weren't quite able to do. And some might say maybe even 10 years ago. What you're seeing now is what's transforming the funeral industry is we're entering a phase where I think it's more, it's always going to be 100% service based, but people are taking their hands off the business a little bit more. And when you're doing that is you're allowing your funeral home to become a community center, a place that's deeper than just burying people every couple of weeks. It's a place of peace where people can just come in and to relax, to sit down. And I think if you're fostering that kind of environment, what you are going to see is you're going to see an increase in people who want to pre-plan and do pre-need because you're fostering an environment of peace and care and quality service. And what you're starting to realize, what I'm starting to realize in the funeral business and in our industry is quality care and peace doesn't always determine dollars or designate dollars. What it designates is that person is trusting you and they understand that through you, they're going to get quality service. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to offer someone who just needs to come in and get the scare of planning for a funeral out of their minds. And so we're peace makers, we're peace bridge breakers for our community and for our families. But it's hard to give what you don't have. And so I encourage you this week and in life recently, and more recently with everything that's going on in the world, with this crazy weather, with these crazy winter snowstorms, I think it's important for us to find the peace in us and the peace in the world and be still in it. And look, as funeral directors and embalmers, I know what you're thinking, Jaden, there's a billion things going on. It's so hard to be still. But I really, really, really want you guys to get serious and try to find your peace, whatever brings you peace, whatever it could be. Could be something in the funeral home, could be something outside the funeral home, and be still in that peace and watch what happens in your life. I think you will be surprised about the things that take place, the actions that take place, and just the overall energy and life that you'll have to give others in our line of service. Well, that's all I have for you all today. I'm your host, Jaden Folks. This is the Millennial Mortician podcast, a podcast that engraves, and I hope it engraved you and your funeral home this week. Stay tuned and make sure you check us out on all platforms. Like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to share this episode and so many more. Love you guys. Catch you on the next one. Remember, peace be still.